Gross.
It's recording.
She's 15!
Yeah, I know. Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Passive Aggressive Attorney, where
You
we
missed
finally,
a horrible joke we just did.
spray endless stuff all over this evidence room. And by that I mean the luminol.
Ew, that's dirty.
Oh, gross.
Do you think so?
Our references are only the most relevant on the Detective Ven channel. Or as I like to call it, the Defective Ven channel. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What's the matter, Detective?
You never seen a hand before?
The sucker's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me. When they came to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I didn't want to harm a fly. You did it for me, what you pals?
I promise nothing. This is an important clue. I'll jot it out on the floor plans. It may come in handy for prosecuting Gumshoe later.
You can't,
Nice!
you can't trust the police. Aren't you the police?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
What? But you're a detective.
Don't trust me, Step.
I will cut you.
There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before.
Oh, that's blood. I thought that was Emma's stuff.
It is Emma's stuff, but it's all over that blood.
Jesus Christ. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective?
Pale blue blood.
Oh my god, he's so dumb.
We Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
Nice.
Hey, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
But it's aliens. This proves that something really happened in front of the locker, and it was aliens.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
We did want your opinion, we just didn't expect it to be so dumb.
Hey, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. Can I drink it?
They
How
use
does
it?
he not know about it? What's this? Oh, what? No, sorry. What? This? Called luminol testing fluid.
Where did you get your hands on that?
Walmart? Huh?
Why did you get some too? Almost borrow 50 bucks from the chief and go buy some.
Oh my god.
Where do you get this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. The bloodstain, not the luminol testing fluid.
No, I heard you. I know it's amazing, but it's not that amazing. It can't
Hey,
commit
pal, look at
murders.
this town.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be laying out soon. I'm going to go give them a report for the day.
That is...
Looks like a really weird.
Oh, no.
fire.
Look closely at the picture.
I can't tell what it is.
Oh, it's a character that appears in the next game. And he's so fucking fat and flamboyant.
Might help you, you know? Looks like a weird ice
Report?
cream to me.
You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off to see my husband. Oh, finally I'm done.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Let's go see the bastard.
Holy shit.
Out of my way, Marshall.
Swear. Oh wait, I'm not Meyer.
Out of my way, Marshall. I need to go see Edgeworth.
Okay. Out of our way, you idiot!
Alright, where's the high prosecutor? No, that's definitely not it. Detention center. Hello, Meekins. Where am I going? There we go. Underground parking lot. This is where we get to the... Hello, Angel Star. We're meeting a lot of people today. There we go. I finally made it. And I would walk 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more. Just to meet... the bellboy. What? Oh, guest. Oh, blah, blah. I don't even remember who did this voice.
Fuck if I remember.
It was Lawrence.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, guests. My apologies. Oh,
I'm Russian now.
Have we met somewhere? Huh? Monsieur Edgeworth, I beg your leave, so long. I completely fumbled that voice. Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Oh, it's you. He has the hotel bringing tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry.
Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me some information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Now, I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth. Forget it.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Alright, talk to me, Edgeworth. No! So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however... Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I could do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Well, I've never seen this out of sorts. Maybe we should present, Aha! I have evidence you murdered them. The ID card record.
Yes,
Right.
it was you, the murderer.
I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Why
Please
did you
don't
kill
look
him?
at me like that. I was asked to go, by Chief Gant, no less.
Chief of police?
Yes, see, he wanted me to murder someone with a screwdriver.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a screwdriver, so I... I went with a knife.
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It wouldn't have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what the case, or what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Plus it involves someone sticking the screwdriver up their ass, but... Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated screwdriver. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case, but Edgeworth. Screwdrivers. What else do we have to present to this bastard?
Evidence that he murdered Gant.
Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to just sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. No means no.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Like his knife. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe his prosecutor trophy. You know what? Fine, fuck you, right?
Show him one glove.
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Bad memory. He's talking about the murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Sorry, Wright, I don't know what truth means.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
Yeah.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago? Wacky old coot.
He is quite wacky and cootie.
He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not! I didn't touch the evidence! Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code that I follow it faithfully. By the way...
Cheat!
Updated autopsy reports. Go fuck yourself. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
You still working on that scientific investigation?
Huh? Yes, of course! Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this!
Luminol testing fluid?
I call
Well
it
then.
blood-searching goo!
You might have a use for this.
Aluminum powder... That is
Yeah,
actually
I remember
aluminum, huh?
that.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints!
Oh, of course, Effie remembers that shit. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We're the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Drugs!
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fuck that guy.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Me and you and I.
Right. I do seem to
Murder
remember...
supreme.
I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. In fact, I remember 2.
I need to go to that one.
If
Caw.
you hear noise coming from my background, open my window and there's kids outside.
Yeah. Hello, we're back.
We're back, bitches.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. That one, right there.
Oh, I missed that.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right. Let's get onto the right screen. There we go. Right, let's get started. First, choose a... And look at my notes. Finger.
I... Pick your big toe. A finger?
That's not a finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating. Choose a finger. I knew what the word was, but didn't know if it was going to end there.
This one, of course.
That's a thumb. Fucking idiot. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. And also check for fingerprints. As I don't think prints can get that small. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
That's just the meth. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
Just touch the screen. See?
Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
You just blow with your breath into a computer. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Well, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and then blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try. The problem is, how do I trigger
The blow effect.
the power of emulation, yo?
Rosa, I switched it to a control button. Check the control options.
Indeed. Pause while we figure this out. And we're back. We figured out how to do it.
It's the letter M. Aha, you did it. You found one.
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
Or they're a robot. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigation.
Bitch, don't test me.
Fuck you. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems that there are fingerprints on the outside of the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. This one. Oh boy. Oh,
Oh, Blenya!
what?
I'm playing Mega Man. I only voice comes shit like this
Yay, a
entire
print
thing,
so-
so I'm getting bored.
A print so clear it's dazzling, and look how generic it is. Fantastic.
Dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Like 2 seconds. Let's mash it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Fucked up, fucked up, fucked up.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. Ugh. The bloody handprint and the fingerprint are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this locker? Gumball.
This is trippy as fuck.
It's Just how it be sometimes, dear.
Match found.
Aha! So these prints belong to the Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You just gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. This is where we got an luminol fluid reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
No, I just plan to rub your face against it and hope something happens. Of course.
That's another plan.
There go, eyes go sparkling again. Let's check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. But I have something to warn you about first.
What?
The area where the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you... Oh, sorry, I had a massive yawn there. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me!
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand.
Could you?
The ones that aren't left by the bloody hand.
just wait for it to say examine.
I mean, that's one way of doing it. Found something.
Jake Marshall.
I did it. Hey, these fingerprints,
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in crimes.
Emma? These are decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are all in the same place.
Oh!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
You don't have to, bitch.
Wow. Save.
Phoenix
God,
Wright.
fucking
Ace
time.
Attorney.
Right, I guess we'll start this trial section next time on Phoenix Wright, passive-aggressive attorney.
Oh my god.